Offshore partner visa versus onshore partner visa. But once upon a time there were two realistic options only for Australian Filipina couples to be together, and that was to apply offshore through the Australian Embassy in Manila. Applying inside of Australia was pretty much out of the question. Onshore partner visa applications are on the increase these days, so the question obviously arises, which one is better? Now, can you apply for an onshore partner visa? How? Onshore partner visas, which is the subclass 820, they used to cost about $2,500 more than offshore applications. This is in government fees. Now, about 2 years ago, the department saw the unfairness in that, and they did the only logical and fair thing they could think of. They raised the cost of offshore visas. Now, there was another option, obviously, but as our politicians don't think the way that we do, yeah, that's what happened. So regardless of how it was done, the situation is it now costs the same regardless of where you apply. So if you are in Australia with another type of visa, example a tourist visa, as long as that visa has no restrictive conditions on it preventing you from applying for a further visa application onshore, then you are free to apply for an onshore partner visa application. Now, the visa application normally gets a bridging visa A when the tourist visa runs out, and they remain there during the processing. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Read on. Offshore versus onshore partner visa applications. Now, it almost seems like a silly question, but we at Down Under Visa still maintain that there is value and a definite place for offshore visa applications processed at the Australian Embassy, and we would probably manage about half onshore and half offshore most months. So why offshore? The issue is that if you apply for a partner visa onshore in Australia, you need to be ready to apply. That means married already and with a properly prepared visa application. Now, easy? That's what a lot of people think. Common scenario we have is where we have those who contact us and they think, oh, I'll go to Australia and we might possibly get married and then possibly apply for a partner visa. In other words, like an afterthought. And when you tell them that a partner visa that's going to be granted takes time and work, they say, oh, I might just apply for a bridging visa in the meantime. Well, that's a great way to stuff it all up. Yes, partner visas take a great deal of work to prepare properly, and in most cases it takes a few months to prepare them properly. Now, poorly prepared applications tend to get refused. And no, you can't apply for a bridging visa. Bridging visas are granted automatically when two things have happened. One, partner visa application is lodged validly, and two, the existing visa runs out. You do not apply for standalone bridging visas. There is no such thing. Now, the other issue is that unless you are applying based on an existing de facto relationship, you must be married first before lodging the application. You can't marry later. So unless you're already married, you have a wedding to organise as well as a partner visa application to prepare. And all this whilst watching the calendar. The days are ticking away as the tourist visa expires, and she will have to leave if you haven't lodged that application. Now, offshore partner visas and prospective marriage visa applications. Now, an offshore partner visa application, subclass 309, may be applied for based on you being married already or based on a pending marriage that will take place while the application is being processed. In other words, if the application is ready and if you plan on marrying a few months later, well, we can lodge it and they will make a start on it, and they will finalise the application after you marry and after we give them a copy of the marriage certificate. So that applies to offshore partner visa applications only and not to onshore partner visa applications. Now, You may also apply if you are in an established and genuine de facto relationship for the last 12 months or more. And a prospective marriage visa, subclass 300. Now that's a fiance visa. That allows the visa holder to go to Australia. A big advantage is having 9 months from the visa grant in which to get married, so there is no high pressure on you to marry in a great hurry. The other thing, the Manila Embassy this is, regardless of what you see on websites, this is based on our last 12 months of visa grants. It has become considerably quicker in their processing of partner visa and prospective marriage visa applications. They've been super efficient. My hat off to them for their efforts. So it's not such a long wait anymore, and as you will see from the grants being announced on the Philippines to Australia Facebook group. If you haven't had a look at that, please have a look at it, please join. Now, bottom line, which partner visa option? So what I'm saying here is that an onshore application is the more stressful option. Of course, it can be done, and we are delighted to help, but you need to understand you will be under pressure, and you can't leave it all to the last minute. This is especially the case if you have a wedding to organise, as well as a job to go to, shopping to do, lawns to mow, etc. If you are prepared for this and if you are a well-organised person, no problems. Talk to us about it. But if you're not especially a fan of stress and pressure and would rather take your time, especially if you want to have a well-organised wedding rather than a speedy one at the registry office, then an offshore visa option could well be your best choice. Now, they are being processed faster these days anyway, so it's unlikely you'll have too long to wait. Bottom line for us, we like our clients to be well informed and to make informed choices. So we are happy to help you do whatever will make you happy. Hope to hear from you soon. This video was brought to you by Down Under Visa, who specialise in visas for Australian Filipina couples. Please visit our website and complete a free visa assessment form. And please watch some of our other videos. Thank you.